Welcome to another episode of the Limitless Podcast. I'm your host, Dr.TonyHolmes, and today I want to talk to you about an important subject that seems to be floating around a lot these days, and that's the feeling of being behind. The feeling of being behind. You are not behind, okay? You are not behind. You know, so many people think that we are supposed to be successful as we are young, or entering into what we seem to feel is our prime. The reality is your prime is not determined by a number. Your prime is determined by preparation and how much time you've put in on whatever it is you're working on. You know, I love talking about a subject called mastery. Mastery is what we see when we see someone who is at the peak of their game. So when we see a Steph Curry, for example, I'll use athletics as the easiest thing to kind of compare to. Well, we're seeing mastery of the work that we didn't see show up in our faces when it's prime time, you know, when it's game time. And the same goes for us, right? But what is it that you're actually working on? You know, what is your real thing? Like, some people, you can use a name and equate that name to exactly what they're working on. When I say Steph Curry, if you don't think of shooting three, you know, three-pointer, then I don't know what planet you live on, right? But when someone says your name, what is it, right? And some of us are still figuring that out. And if you're still figuring that out, that's okay. But that's no reason to be feeling sad and that you don't understand and don't know, you know, all these feelings. The reality is that's the perfect time to dive into something. There's so many things that we can do today. And I would encourage you to take some time and look in and seeing what is it that you really want to do? What is it that you're really passionate about? What are your gifts? What are your skills? And when you can think of those things and understand what they are, then that'll just make you a better person. And as that makes you a better person, that makes you somebody who is closer to being in their prime and not feeling behind anymore, because you will actually see that you're so far off from those that are really good at what they do. The more that we dive into this conversation, the more that we think about who we are, the more that we think about what we want to be, the deeper you get into your craft, the further you will see that you are from where you really want to be in the end. Because once you realize that you're working on something special, you won't want to show the world till you know that you're really ready for that, you know, that you're really that person. And so my encouragement to you is to not feel like you're behind, but just continuously work on your craft and get better every day. Because as we work on ourselves and get better at our craft, the better we are for humanity, the better we are as a people, and the better we are inside. We know that we're walking around working on whatever we're working on every day and making ourselves better for our people, for our family, for our loved ones, for ourselves, and most importantly, for a higher power, whatever you believe in. And for me, that'll be God. So I thank you that you're listening to this, and I hope that you can find a way to slow down and just work on something, even if it's just your physical body. Work on that versus feeling like you're behind and putting it in your mind and then becoming depressed and creating a cycle. Take that depression feeling and put it into your body. Run, walk, work out, do something that will allow you to see a new you and make you feel different than you might feel today. So I hope that those of us that may feel behind see this and hear this and understand that there's another life on the other side of where you are today. And for those that understand what I'm talking about, pass this along to someone else so that they can hear it in a different way. Something you probably already told them, and maybe they can feel encouraged. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and hope that you find a way to encourage your community to understand that nobody is behind. Sometimes you might not reach where you're really trying to get to for a long, long time. And it's okay to be okay with that. Life is a journey, not a destination. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you can find a way to continue to be your best self and let your light shine.